All right, and we're live on YouTube, so we're off to the races. Hello, everyone, and welcome to CATV Live, right here on Cash Alternative TV. I'm your host, Christopher Carruthers, also known as Tao of Satoshi. And if you're wondering what Cash Alternative TV is, it's a show about cryptocurrency with a focus on Dash, which aims to be a digital cash for the world, or an alternative to cash. If that's something that you're interested in, you want to learn more about Dash, or just want to hang out with me some more, don't forget to subscribe, friend, and follow me on any of the platforms that we're broadcasting on today. CITV Live today is broadcasting on 5 platforms. It's broadcasting on YouTube, Twitch, DLive, Twitter, and Facebook Live. So wherever you are, I'm happy you joined me today. And Cash Alternative TV Live is also the main channel of Dash Nation. And Dash Nation is a global group of advocates for financial freedom who believe in Dash as a digital currency for the world. And if you want to find out more about Dash or more about Cash Alternative TV, we've done a new partnership. So you can find out all about that at dashnation.com/guide, and you'll see that link going forward over the time. So today we're going to do 3 topics. We're going to do the latest Cash Alternative TV video news, and then we're going to do the latest crypto news, and then we're going to do the latest Dash news. And in between, I'm going to watch the chat on YouTube to see if there's any comments, and I'm going to be interacting with the viewers. So if you have anything to say, by all means, go ahead and put it in the comments, and I'll interact with you. Starting right now, I'm going to see what's going on in the chat. So it looks like James Doe is here. He says Dash is stable at 70. When moon? I don't know, man. That's the question. You know, we just got to keep plugging away at it. We all know that Dash is a good currency. We know that it has stable transactions. It has fast, affordable, instant transactions. We know this, but we just have to convince more people of that, and more big investors will notice if we make enough noise, which is why I do this show. Cash Alternative TV is a show about cryptocurrency, but we focus on Dash because we're big believers in Dash and the Dash Nation movement. And Sylvain Cloutier also says, when moon, welcome to the show, Sylvain. Happy to have you here. And James Doe says half moon, and he said 750 would be okay for me. Me too, James Doe. I would like that very much as well. So without further ado, let's get into the CATV video lineup. And these are the videos that I just produced in the last week, and they're available for you to view on my YouTube channel. And if you're looking for where Cash Alternative TV is hosted, it's in that link, dashnation.com/guide. That's your link to everything Dash Nation, including CATV. So on Monday, I released a video that was very well received. It was Dash OGs. Did evolution take too long for you? And basically the answer is yes, it's been taking a long time. Ever since Evan announced it in 2015, it's been taking forever. But we're starting to see results lately. Like at the beginning, it was a big jumbled mess. There was lots of turnover and lots of, like roadblocks that you would see with a decentralized organization. But since Ryan Taylor took it over and Bob Carroll has been in charge of development, and Ivan Shumkov and the gang, they've been doing a great job in putting out release after release. And Dash Platform, all the promise that it had back in 2015 is now right around the corner. And if you look at other cryptocurrencies, it's taking them a long time to develop too. So if you want to take a look at that video, that's in my YouTube channel lineup, and you can find everything on that link. And my second video that I did was on LGO and Dash partnership. LGO is an institutional liquidity provider, and they've agreed to accept Dash and to list Dash among their offerings. So if you're a large investor and you want to invest a lot, you can go to their OTC desk, and then they'll hook you up with lots of Dash, and you don't have to move the price too much. And they're also involved in remittances, which is a very big industry as well. So Dash is perfectly poised to take advantage of that remittance industry. So I hopefully that partnership will bear fruit. So once again, that's in my YouTube video lineup. And on Friday, I did a run through of Dash Platform. So the developers in Dash Platform are doing a bang up job. There's a Discord where you can go to hang out with other Dash developers that are developing the core protocol, but also developing third-party apps to go with that protocol. So that's a really good Discord to join. I don't have it in the description link, but I'll put it in there after the show if you want to go check it out. So I just did a quick rundown of the Dash Platform ecosystem, and I did a test drive of an early dApp, of an early Dash Platform dApp. So basically all this dApp did was hook you up with a wallet and a username on Dash Platform. And it was easy, because I'm what's known as a dummy in the Dash community. And it was easy for me to set up one, so I was very happy to try that out. So if you want to see how it turned out and how smooth it was, you can watch that video also on my YouTube channel lineup, dashnation.com/guide. So let's go back to the YouTube comments. It doesn't look like there's any more YouTube comments, so I'm just going to continue on with the crypto news recap. So hopefully you guys are seeing this. I'm not used to using the webcam. Yeah, looks like you're there. So this is the part of the show where I'm talking about the crypto news. There's quite a lot to talk about this week. Among the news items were Bitfinex and Tether's legal problems, losing a whole pile of money, and Coindesk 20. So without further ado, let's get into it now. And once again, I'm going to check to make sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. And yes, you are. Okay. So this is the first little one. I wanted to start off with a light part of the show. There's a gentleman on our cryptocurrency that posted this, and basically it was just a do-it-yourself home ticker. So it looks like he's using like a little tiny motherboard there and a little display panel, and he's showing the prices of cryptocurrency, and it's just on his desk there. So I thought that was pretty interesting. You know, it's a combination of the high tech with the low technology. Well, it's kind of high technology too, but it's very crude high technology. So I just thought maybe you guys would find that interesting. So any of you guys out there on Flote? Flote is an alternative to Twitter. It's a decentralized alternative to Twitter, and they have a website, flote.app, and I'm on there. I post my comments on there quite a bit, and they're actually having some big news. They actually found a seed partner to partner their next stage of development. So it says Flote is setting sail, a nice pun, and we're excited about what's on the horizon. So they've got exciting updates. It's an incredibly interesting time in their history. Old structures are being challenged and new paradigms are emerging. In the wake of all this change, Flote is positioned to create a social environment where user privacy is paramount, where everyone's voice is heard, and where creators monetize their content with no platform fees. So if you're a content creator, this is a good place for you to check out. So let's go into the news for Flote. It says our crew is expanding. They're welcoming Angel Robinson as VP of Marketing and David Antovillo as VP of Business Development. And on the horizon, what's happening on the horizon? In addition to currently offered features like encrypted messaging, live streaming, monthly subscriptions, and super chat, here's what's coming next. Flote is getting a redesign. And as a Flote market launch, you can buy and sell physical goods and services peer-to-peer with no platform fees. Flote boards, similar to Facebook groups or subreddits, but with Flote you can monetize. So that's interesting. That's something that's of interest to me. I could start a Dash Nation group or a Cash Alternative TV group there, and I could monetize it, which I don't know if I would do anyways, because we're kind of more of like an organization than a business, but it's something to consider anyways. So it says, we know the world is changing quickly and there's a lot of uncertainty out there, but at Flote we're committed to providing the technological tools for you to chart your own course. So check it out, guys. Flote.app if you want to check it out. Looks like their future is pretty bright. And this is an article on, what's the name of this? Can't remember the name of this website. I can't see it right now. Okay, Bitcoinist, yes. Okay, so this is an article on Bitcoinist by Nick Chong. It's saying Bloomberg, eerily low Bitcoin volatility will resolve via higher prices. And I always like the positivity, so I always go for these positive articles. So it says Bitcoin's volatility has been eerily low over recent weeks. As Bitcoinist has covered extensively, indicators tracking the metric have plunged to multi-month lows, as BTC has been caught between 8,500 and 10,000. On July 3rd, a trader shared the image below, showing Bitcoin's historical volatility index, one-day BitMEX, over the past 2 years. The chart shows that the index is at its lowest value since the end of March 2019. The width of the Bollinger Bands, another measure of volatility, is also at multi-month lows. The Bollinger Bands are a classic technical indicator often used to signal important levels and market volatility. The volume in the Bitcoin market has dropped alongside the slow market, reaching the end of the line, as one analyst put it. Low volumes and no volatility and confluence, analysts have said, suggest that an imminent Bitcoin breakout of macro importance. So hopefully they're right. Bloomberg analyst expects a Bitcoin breakout to the upside. There have been many analysts saying that Bitcoin's ongoing consolidation will break to the downside. In reference to the chart below, a full-time trader said, A couple more clues developing that lend themselves to HDF distribution. Rising demand on the verge of failing. And 2, side-by-side ascent versus descent with selling the dominant pressure from volume. So hopefully they're right. They're definitely better at this than we are of trying to gauge the markets and what's going to happen. So hopefully that's going to be a good thing. Hopefully they're right that Bitcoin will go up and drag the rest of the cryptocurrency market with it, right? So Visa, this is an article on Coindesk. So it's an article by Patty Baker. It says Visa seeks Ethereum developer for new distributed application. The world's largest payment network, which is Visa, is looking for a developer with knowledge of Ethereum to work on a new blockchain-based application. Visa's first job posting, first reported by Decrypt, says the payment giant is looking for a blockchain engineer with at least 2 years experience in blockchain architecture and decentralized applications. So yeah, like I said in a previous CATV episode, like the powers that be and the institutional legacy system is definitely keeping their eye on blockchain. And you can see it that they're tipping their hat to it because they're going and they're hiring these people to help them out to get into the new economy that blockchain is going to be successful with. So it says the successful candidate will join Visa B2B, its blockchain-based cross-border payments platform that launched last June at the company's global headquarters. And the new hire will work as part of a team building a new distributed application. Although primarily focused on Ethereum, the company is also interested in developers with knowledge on building Bitcoin, Ripple, or the R3 enterprise blockchain. And Visa processes up to 150 million transactions every day, making it the largest payment network in the world. So this is good. I mean, this is whenever we see places like huge companies like this that are into that personal finance, and they want to get into blockchain, that just tells you that we're doing something right, guys, and that this is going to happen. They want to join. They want to put their hat in the ring. They want to, hedge their bets. They're going great guns with the legacy system, but they also want to be a big part of the blockchain system, and they're showing their cards right now. So there's a new partnership. This is on Crypto News by Frederick Vold. He's saying it's a new partnership lets travelers book Expedia hotels with Bitcoin. Crypto payments for travel bookings just got another option, as the crypto-friendly travel booking service Travala.com integrated hotels offered by booking giant Expedia on their site. The site's users will be able to book hotels and accommodations from Expedia through Travala.com's platform using an API offered by Expedia Partner Solutions, one of the brands of Expedia Group, Travala.com said today. Today's news also marks a turnaround for Expedia, which in mid-2018 said it had disabled a Bitcoin payment option from its website. Yeah, I remember that. I used to use them, and I was disappointed when they took that because I thought, okay, that's it. That's the end of Bitcoin. That's the end of cryptocurrency. Nobody's using it. But it's just Bitcoin that doesn't work properly. If they had tried Dash, they would probably still be using it today. Now the selection for travelers reportedly covers more than 700,000 Expedia Group hotels, which through the new partnership can be booked and paid for with more than 30 crypto assets. Among the crypto assets Travala.com allows purchases in are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, and Travala's own token AVA. So I'm going to tag Travala after the show, and I hope that they take a look at Dash to be as well, because Dash is set up to be a digital cash for the world. It's set up with its private, instant, and secure transactions, much better than these currencies that are listed here. So Travala, if you see this part, if you see me going over this, please look into Dash as well, because if you try Dash and you see its instant transactions, you'll be impressed. All right, this is a video for me to rest my voice. This is Rob Viglione. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, Viglione. I guess we'll see it when we do the show. But he's talking about decentralized sidechains, and he's from Horizon, and then he did an interview with Mark. I think he did an interview with Joel Valenzuela. So we're going to go check it out now. Register? No, I don't want to register. Don't tell me I have to register. Well, I guess we're not going to do that one, guys. Sorry about that. But anyway, he was talking about sidechains and the interesting aspect of sidechains, and I guess Horizon is doing a lot of sidechain applications. So that's kind of interesting because Dash is also doing that with the new Dash platform. They're offering applications, decentralized applications, and the cool thing about Dash platform is
is once you sign up to Dash platform with one username and password, you can use that for all the apps in the Dash platform, and it's secure because there's no single point of failure. It's not like your password is going to be in a single database. It's going to be spread out among the whole masternode network, which is really cool. So once again, I'm sorry I couldn't bring you this video. I'm not sure why it wants me to register. I don't want to register online because you'll see my credentials. But I will definitely look into that library issue. I've never had an issue with playing videos from library after that. So I know a lot of people watching this are going to be Dash community members, so I apologize for this, but I wanted to get into this article because it's kind of interesting. It could be any cryptocurrency. They just happen to be talking about Monero, but it's talking about the philosophy of miners. You know, people that run big mining rigs and use lots of electricity and take their chances to try to mine more Dash or Ethereum or Monero or what have you. So this is like basically the three types of mining philosophies that there are. It says Monero mining in the grand scheme of things is a niche part of the overall crypto space. In my last article, What Makes Monero Mining So Interesting, I discussed the what makes RandomX, Monero's mining algorithm, so unique, and why Monero mining is more stable and sustainable choice for passive income when compared to ASIC mining. Now it's time to dig a little deeper into the Pandora's box of how do I get started with Monero mining, and discuss the very philosophy of building your very own XMR profit center. I've been building rigs for others since mid-2019, and when I got bit by the XMR mining bug, after struggling to find much info on how to build my own rig and what types of parts to source, I realized the reason for this lack of info is rooted in multiple philosophies behind Monero rig building. Three camps of Monero miners exist: the hobbyists, the maximalists, and the break-even evangelists. It's quite interesting to see such a passionate community agree on mostly everything when it comes to Monero itself, yet be so divided when it comes to the generation of said Monero. So the first one is the hobbyist. It says, as a break-in evangelist myself, he's a different category, I recognize that the hobbyist is doing Monero mining right. Their philosophies make sense to me, and when we look back at the Satoshi white paper, I think this is what was envisioned. As the name implies, the hobbyist picks up Monero mining as a hobby, with whatever equipment they have. Do you have a top-of-the-line gaming PC with a Ryzen 9 3950X with 32 gigabytes of 3600 HZ RAM? Great, that'll get you some Monero. Do you have a 4-year-old hand-me-down laptop from your older brother that takes 15 minutes to boot up? Great, that'll get you some Monero. The philosophy of the hobbyist is simple. Generate Monero during my computer's off time. The investment into a rig is zero because they'll use this as their primary computer. Yes, sometimes hobbyists buy more expensive parts because they plan to mine, but the underlying factor is the computer is a primary computer first and a mining rig second. We call this a dual-purpose machine. So then next you have the maximalist miner. Maximalists believe that the goal of any mining rig is to maximize the hash rate and make the rig as optimized as it can be. You'll find the maximalist owning a dual-purpose machine or building a dedicated mining rig. But whatever they choose, you'll know everything is upgraded for the purpose of mining. The goal is to squeeze as much hashing power as you can, without deeply contemplating cost. In order to reach this insane level of hash power per machine, maximalists know their way around a BIOS menu and will optimize their rig through overclocking. They'll even know the precise RAM timings to squeak out that extra 2,000 hashes. This drive to maximize hash rate turns into a bit of a competition for some, with their score being how high their hash rate is. The maximalists will compete, trying to top each other's high scores, which quickly turns into a condescending know-it-all post on Reddit aimed at the break-even evangelists and even their own camp at times. So that's a very highly competitive category. Maximalists will regularly bash on break-even evangelist rig build for having a stock cooler or not having the most efficient RAM on the market. They'll be caught saying, "Your rig will run so hot you could cook eggs on them. Ha, you have an egg broiler." Or your build has shit parts, why even spend the money? If the competition was getting the highest hash rate on a Ryzen 9 3900X, the maximalist would win every time. So here's the maximalist motto. Hash rules everything around me. Paying dollar bills, y'all. I like this article. This guy's cool. If he's a Monero guy, but I don't care. I think the Dash Monero rivalry should be put to bed. So here's the break-even evangelist. Break-even evangelists are the economic majors, trying to balance the money that they put in versus the cash flow that they receive. This is an investment to them, and while they may love the Monero project as I do, it's really the investment in cash flow that motivates them. They maximize ROI over hash rates. As a member of this group, and especially as a member of the community that posts about my commission builds, I get a lot of hate from the maximalists for using budget parts, but the arguments they throw at me makes no sense under the break-even evangelist philosophy. Why should a miner spend an extra $200 on a motherboard, $100 on a CPU cooler, $150 on RAM, and $100 on an upgraded power supply for an extra 3,000 hashes, when that money could be put toward another rig that'll net 13,500 hashes on stock settings? Diving into the economics a bit, the typical break-even evangelist Ryzen 9 3900X build gets 17.18 hash per dollar, where the maximalist build gets 12.82 hash per dollar. To make this point more tangible, using the builds I use to calculate hash per dollar, you could get the 3 break-even evangelist rigs for the price of 2 of the maximalist rigs. This equates to roughly 40,000 hashes, compared to the maximalist 30,000 hashes for the same dollar amount. The key with this approach is not to overclock much, if at all, and use as many budget parts as you can. I'll typically use a small and affordable SSD, a bottom-tier GPU, a 500-watt PSU, and other budget parts I can to maximize my hash per dollar metric. These are the least sexy rigs of them all, but they serve their purpose quite well. So the break-even evangelist motto is we tend to overvalue hash and undervalue hash per dollar. So what kind of mining are you? Are you even into mining? I would consider myself just basically the casual miner, the first one, because I just use whatever I have and hope for the best. And never mine anything because mining is so competitive these days. So leave me your comments. Tell me what kind of miner you are, if you're even into mining. So here's a title story. This is from Coindesk, and it's by Lawrence Lewitton. And it says, introducing the Coindesk 20, the assets that matter most in crypto. And I wanted to see how they came up with this. Dash is part of this top 20, even though it's not really in the top 20 cryptos right now. It's very close. But I think they took a lot of it took a lot of work to do this. They took a lot of things into consideration. It says, what cryptocurrencies matter most to the market? That question gets tougher to answer every day as new digital assets join the thousands already traded. Those looking to figure out which ones are the most important have often used simple metrics such as market capitalization to sort through the Lego pile of coins and tokens. Such simplistic filtering tells only part of the story and is fraught with the potential for manipulation. That's why Coindesk launched the Coindesk 20. This group of 20 digital assets makes up most of what people mean when they say cryptocurrency market. But volume is not the sole criterion for inclusion. So there it is, guys, the top 20. And as you can see, Dash is there with the top crypto asset quarterly returns is at 4.9%. I'm not sure what ZRX is. I know what Link is, and the basic attention token are right up there near the top. So it's a more sophisticated methodology that goes into the Coindesk 20. So it starts with the exchanges. On the wild frontier of crypto trading, hundreds of exchanges pop up all the time. Few are trustworthy and reliable. Only a sliver have done what they can to remove manipulation. Coindesk's research team analyzed several studies on the veracity of trading volumes on cryptocurrency exchanges. The team settled on reports from 3 different outfits, Bitwise, The Block, and Digital Asset Research, as the ones deemed to have had the soundest research. Of the dozens of venues the reports analyzed, only 8 exchanges appeared on all 3. Those 8 are Bitfinex, Bitflyer, which I've never heard of, Bitstamp, Coinbase, Gemini, Itbit, Kraken, and Poloniex. I can understand some of those, but some of them I've never heard of before. Notably absent from the list are Huobi, OKX, and Binance, the last perhaps the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. That's because each of them is absent for at least run of the above lists. To be sure, each of those exchanges offers traders price discovery on some key markets. However, in some of the reports, the researchers found sufficient cases of questionable volume on those exchanges to raise some doubt about their reliability. Their exclusion from the Coindesk 20 may be revisited in the future. So without further ado, here is the Coindesk 20. Now you can see if you can see your favorite cryptocurrency on that list. I can see mine. It's close to the bottom of the list, but it's still there. We're still plugging away. Like I say, Dash doesn't get much respect considering the amount of work and the product that they offer. But we're working on changing that. We're going to move up the list over time. It says, no doubt over time some newcomers will join this list and existing assets will drop off it. For now, though, these are the results of a clear, objective approach using reliable data. So give it a check out, guys, if you want to find out about it. It's in my YouTube description channel. You can find all the information on dashnation.com/guide. Everything you want to know about Cash Alternative TV and Dash Nation. Check it out. Now this is a funny one. Australian comedian Jim Jeffries bought 1 Bitcoin for $10,000 just for fun. So this is on CoinOunce, and it's by Jay Pradap. The Australian comedian Jim Jeffries revealed that he bought 1 Bitcoin at $10,000 on the crypto trading platform Robinhood just for a laugh. So that's interesting. The Australian stand-up comedian and talk show host Jim Jeffries revealed he had bought 1 Bitcoin for $10,000 from the crypto trading platform Robinhood just for a laugh. In the June 30th episode of Jeffries' podcast, I Don't Know About That, Jim revealed to Invest Diva Kiana Daniel that he was slightly more informed about cryptocurrency than his comedy team apparently knew. His podcast staff typically selects topics the comedian has little or no knowledge of. I bought Bitcoin as a bit of a laugh just to see what crypto is all about. The well-known stand-up comedian reveals that he owns 1 Bitcoin. He said that he bought it as a bit of a laugh just on the Robinhood app, just to see what this crypto is all about. The Australian-born comic said he currently owns 9,612 worth of a Bitcoin, but Daniel confirmed Jeffries hadn't transferred his token to a wallet, and of course, as we know, not your keys, not your Bitcoin. Jim Jeffries holds more Bitcoin than the tech billionaire Elon Musk, who confirmed earlier that his Bitcoin holdings were still at a measly 0.25 BTC, or 2,347 at the time of writing. Earlier, comedian Bill Burr had expressed his interest in investing Bitcoin. So I think this is a good thing for Bitcoin if comedians take the cryptocurrency and get involved, because they have huge audiences and they're funny and they're personable. And if they fall in love with cryptocurrency, they're going to get more people involved. So I really hope that Jim Jeffries has a good time, and I hope he doesn't find himself underwater for the whole time. I hope Bitcoin finally does crack that $10,000 mark and keeps going. Because we get these guys involved and it can only be good things. Here's another title story. It's from Crypto Briefing by Stefan Stankovic. And it's Tether and Bitfinex are in quite a hot water these days. They lost about 850 million of users' funds, and they're missing. Nobody knows where they are. No, somebody knows where they are. And they're going to stand to go on trial because they lost an appeal. So it says Bitfinex lost an appeal before the appellate divisions of the Supreme Court of the state of New York, and must now face the state's claims that they engaged in a cover-up to hide the apparent loss of 850 million of commingled client and corporate funds. So Tether and cryptocurrency exchange Bitfinex must face trial in a case regarding the loss of more than 850 million commingled clients and corporate funds, a New York State Appeals Court ruled on Thursday. Bitfinex is accused of engaging in a massive cover-up after it allegedly lost 850 million and then attempted to use funds from sister entity Tether to cover up the incident quietly. Ooh. The case dates back to 2018 when New York Attorney General Letitia James began an investigation of several companies associated with Bitfinex and Tether under suspicions that Tether lacks sufficient liquidity to permit customers to redeem Tether at the represented value. In 2019, after the Attorney General served Ifinex, the parent company of Bitfinex and Tether, with subpoenas seeking information regarding Tether's operations, and the company acknowledged them and produced some of the requested documents. The state investigation revealed that the defendants had allegedly hidden information that came within the scope sought by the subpoenas. So Tether's recent suspicious activities raised alarms with the Attorney General and indicated that Ifinex was in severe financial trouble and suggested that its USDT stablecoins weren't fully backed. This is something I've suspected for quite a while myself. On April 24, 2019, in response to the Attorney General's request, the Supreme Court ordered Ifinex to withhold from making any claims on the US dollar reserves held by Tether, making any payments to any individual associated with the company from the US dollar reserves held by Tether, altering or destroying any documents related to the investigation. In May 2019, Ifinex responded to the order by filing a motion to dismiss the investigation, quoting that the authorities lack subject matter and personal jurisdiction. The company argued that since they're not based in New York nor provide their services in the state, they shouldn't be liable before the New York authorities. Still, the Supreme Court denied Ifinex's motion to dismiss, to which decision the Ifinex then appealed. Finally, on Thursday, the state's appellate court rejected Tether's appeal and confirmed the Attorney General jurisdiction over the case. The trial court promptly rejected the attempts by respondents to limit petitioners' lawful authority to protect New York residents, the appellate court declared,
So that part I'm not exactly sure of, because if they're not operating in the state and they're not even based in the state, how does the state claim that it hurts their citizens? Like, that's something that will come out over time. Like, I know that it's not good to lose $850 million, and I'm sure people in New York use the system, but officially, no New Yorkers are using the system. So it says, as things currently stand, Bitfinex has no legal wiggle room left. So this is it for them. The company is facing serious charges and now has no choice but to produce all documents as requested by the Attorney General, and if need be, testify under oath before the Supreme Court of the state of New York. So we'll keep track of that for sure. That's an interesting one. I wonder what's going to happen with Tether and Bitfinex. If I was on Bitfinex, I'd be getting my funds off of there pronto. So crypto exchange Coinbase is preparing to go public as early as this year in the report. So this is on the block crypto, and it's by Yogita Khatri. We're going to go over this news. It's an IPO. It's not an ICO. It's an actual IPO, like in a legacy system public offering. So crypto exchange Coinbase has reportedly begun preparing to go public. A Reuters report, citing people familiar with the matter, said Coinbase's listing could come as early as this year. One source told the news outlet that the exchange is considering a direct listing instead of a traditional initial public offering, IPO. Oh, I stand corrected. Should the exchange receive approval from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, it would become the first U.S.-based crypto exchange to become a publicly traded company. And if I was going to pick a company that would be the first publicly traded company, it would definitely have been Coinbase. They've been here since the beginning. They're a very stable company, and I believe that they have a bright future. The block has reached out for Coinbase for comment, and we'll update this story should we hear back. So in May, JP Morgan, this is another thing that floored me. I can't believe JP Morgan is starting to expose themselves to blockchain. But they started providing services to Coinbase. At the time, a banker told the block that JP Morgan's move suggests that the bank could benefit from a future Coinbase IPO. Of course, they have to have something out of it. There's little business and fees associated with processing wire and ACH payments. I would expect that there are other associated benefits to JPM from any associated banking service, additional collaboration with both of those firms, potential for winning any future IPO or other angle. So crypto lender BlockFi is also planning a public market debut. CEO Zach Prince told the block that the firm could go public as early as the second half of 2021. To that end, BlockFi is looking to hire a chief financial officer with a background in financial markets and the public markets. So that's interesting. We'll keep our eye on that. Now, this is just another funny thing, another light thing that I wanted to say. As a crypto YouTuber and somebody who creates content and actually does have ads on their YouTube platform, I found this one quite funny. So it says, me, I'm glad that this ad is over. Crypto YouTubers. There is another. Yeah, I try to lighten it up a little bit. I just have ads at the beginning and the end of my videos. I know when you watch some on YouTube, they have ads in the middle, and I find the ads in the middle so annoying because it's oftentimes it'll be right in the middle of when somebody's talking, and then they'll like finish their sentence at the after it goes off, and I find it really annoying. So I will never do that to you guys. If you guys follow me at dashnation.com/guide, you go to any of my platforms, you're not going to have to suffer ads in the middle unless they give me no choice in the matter. So this is one from the Digital Cash Network. It's called The Next Killer Crypto App, Decentralized Monetized Organizing. So I guess LBRY's not going to make me sign in to look at this one, and they're just going to make me sign in to look at the other one. So this says at the start of, this just goes over what Joel Valenzuela was involved in. I'm not going to go through that. He's been involved in the activist movement, and he's trying to find a way to organize it in the best way. So what's organizing? I mean by organizing is essentially collaborating, communicating, sharing resources, and executing plans of action. Basically, any situation where a bunch of people are trying to get stuff done in a voluntary and collaborative basis, like they're not on a payroll of a company or another entity that can simply tell them what to do. Here are a few key tools needed to make this sort of thing happen. So you need customer relation management, you need segmented groups, you need events and tasks, obviously, for the people to do, and embedded communications. So why would it be helpful for this to be decentralized and monetized? So now these elements described above can be provided by any old regular app or company. Why does it have to be decentralized, and why does it have to have integrated financial transactions? It's like platforms like Facebook have shut down groups, so like centralized servers can just shut down whoever they want, pick and choose who goes where. Funding is able to be shut down or is too difficult to disperse quickly.
Using the legacy financial system is very slow and cumbersome when it comes to those things. As we all know, blockchain is very liquid. You can send quickly to anybody, anywhere, especially if you use Dash. So what's the ideal? Now I'm going to describe what the perfect system would look like for organizing activism. Some of this you can probably guess from what I said previously, but some of it is very specific to pain points in running a movement that's as decentralized as possible and trying to keep the ability of both benefit spontaneous action and top-down organizing. If you're a developer or an investor, pay attention to the following because there would be serious value in creating a product such as this. Lubrication break, guys. So you have to have a fully decentralized, autonomous, and customizable blockchain-based platform. The ideal system would be fully decentralized, with no central group able to fail and take the whole rest of the system down with it. A blockchain-based network makes sense for this because of the decentralized architecture and the fact that most of these systems have a built-in incentive systems behind running the system in contrast with the other decentralized systems which may rely on the goodwill of people running it for free, or non-profits which then pose a centralization threat. It also should have the ability to be customized to fit the specific activism project's needs, as some may run on a more professional structure and others will be more of a Wild West setup. A successful system will be able to cater to multiple needs. So it needs a unified identity system in a decentralized way. It needs public, social, consumer, and private producer sides. It needs to be automated and customizable payment splitting options, and integrated as smooth crypto and fiat on-ramps. So these are things that are very important to have, like the centralized kind of experience in a decentralized system. And that's something that Dash platform is going to be able to bring to the network. It's going to be able to bring the centralized user experience, but everything behind the scenes is decentralized. It's really an innovative product, and I'm really excited when it comes out. And you can find out more about Dash platform on my channel lineup. I have lots of videos about Dash platform, and that's of course at dashnation.com/guide. So Library is trying it. They're doing a good job with publishing and monetization. And the Discord are alternative for organizing and some payments, and a HubSpot for customer relations management. So Flote, which I was talking about earlier on today, is either a promising contender or a letdown, because basically it has some positive attributes, but development is pretty slow right now. But I think that with their new seed funding that they've gotten, they're probably we're gonna see a lot of big things with Flote coming up in the near future. So the last line says, the world desperately needs the perfect organizing platform. Who will be the first to deliver? And as you know, CATV is a show about cryptocurrency, but we focus on Dash, and we do that for a reason. I believe that the Dash platform is going to be the hub for everything that needs to be run in a centralized fashion, but on a decentralized back end. So they have all the advantages of a decentralized back end with the advantages of a centralized user experience. It's just going to be awesome, guys. I'm really happy with it. So we're going to go to the comments. I'm going to put us over back to we're going to do the station identification, then we're going to go to the comments. We got quite a few. So this is CATV Live right here on Cash Alternative TV. Cash Alternative TV is a show about cryptocurrency with a focus on Dash, which aims to be a digital cash for the world, an alternative to cash. If that's something that you're interested in, you want to learn more about Dash, or just want to hang out with me some more, don't forget to subscribe, friend, or follow me on any of the platforms where I'm broadcasting from today. I'm broadcasting live from 5 platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and DLive. And after the show, I'm going to go live on Twitch and DLive for an interactive AMA. And if you want to know anything about that, it's in that link, dashnation.com/guide. And Cash Alternative TV is the official channel of Dash Nation. Dash Nation is a group of financial freedom advocates that believe in Dash as a digital cash for the world in the future. And if you want to join us, you want to learn anything about Dash Nation movement or Cash Alternative TV that have joined forces in a partnership, it's at that website, dashnation.com/guide. So let's go to the comments. Let's see what they say there. I gotta go back because I missed a few from earlier. So it says, only Seven and you right now. It's not available to the world currently. I'm not sure what he's talking about there. So it says Dash can be sold much better under the table than over the table. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I can buy it both ways. And it says change it back to Darkcoin. What, James? Do you want to change it back to Darkcoin? No, I think that Dash is much better. It's
more of a marketable name than Darkcoin. But I know a lot of people are kind of partial to the Darkcoin name and the Darkcoin heritage that we used to have. But I think that Dash is a better, gives us more opportunities in the world. And I think it's led to a lot of our partnerships. So it says, interesting that both Dash and Monero are hovering at 0.007 Bitcoin. Yeah, that is very interesting. There's always a tug of war between Monero and Dash, and I'm not sure why. So US dollar is backed by nothing and Tether is backed by USD. That's a very good point. So basically they're both backed by nothing. So it says, talk about the Superman vote, where Dash caught 4% of all votes. I'm not sure who that is. And it says, if you want to get more live viewers, troll carrot bar scammers in the video now and then. And James says, okay, I gave you a thumbs up. You deserve it. Perfect. Thank you, man. Thank you, James Doe. Lots of comments there from you. I appreciate that. So let's move on. I'm going to go to the Dash News recap. Going to find my way here. So at Cash Alternative TV, we're a show about cryptocurrency focusing on Dash. Dash aims to be a digital cash for the world. And this is the Dash News recap. This is my favorite part of the show because I love going into Dash and I love explaining why Dash is going to be that digital currency for the world. So without further ado, let's get into it. Once again, I'm going to make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing. And you are. So I'm very excited this week because I've done a partnership. It took me a lot of work behind the scenes, but I've done a partnership between the Dash Nation and Cash Alternative TV. So Dash Nation is a movement towards financial freedom through Dash, and Cash Alternative TV is a show about cryptocurrency with a focus on Dash. It's the official channel of Dash Nation. So I combine everything together. I have lots of assets like Dash Nation on Discord, 2 Reddits, lots of Facebook and lots of social media accounts, and Cash Alternative TV. So I tied all these together, and it's all under one. It's all under dashnation.com/guide. Everything you want to know about the Dash Nation ecosystem or Cash Alternative TV is there. So part of that is that there's an initiative now to make Dash Nation on Discord great again. It's kind of suffered over the last little while because there was a Discord split in the Dash community. Another Discord was established and Dash Nation started to suffer. But I don't want to see it suffer because it has 10,000 members, almost 10,000 members, and it has a chance to have a really positive and progressive atmosphere there. So to that end, I was doing this, and basically this article goes into the fact that I want to make Dash Nation on Discord a great place to hang out and commit ideas and discuss ideas. So to that end, if you are somebody who likes to discuss things online, you like to talk to other people, you like to be social, you like to hang out in a place where it's very positive and a welcoming environment, you can go to Dash Nation on Discord and start talking. And if the mod team notices that you're spending a lot of time talking and with providing meaningful contributions, not just hello or goodbye or how are you and stuff like that, but actually talking about Dash and offering ideas and contributing to a general good experience there, we're going to give you a merit badge. It's called the Elite Contributor. So if you become an elite contributor, you can go to, you can have a special room, a special group of chat rooms that you can go in and talk with other elite contributors and offer ideas and support for each other. And you can also be eligible for rain. So what rain is a random time where the mods drop Dash on you. So if you contribute, you have that special status and you have a chance to earn Dash. So this article here is all about that. And it's also, you can find out how to get on Dash Nation website on dashnation.com/guide. And that shows you, that will give you the link to this article as well. So come on over to Dash Nation on Discord. You can find the Discord link there as well. Let's start talking about Dash and we'll earn some money and we'll have a great time doing it. So I want to see you there eventually. So Dash is now available for margin trading on HitBTC. If anybody out there is a HitBTC trader, you can get 5 times leverage with Dash. You can visit HitBTC and sign up today. I don't have an account there. I don't know what the user experience is like, but now they're offering margin trading. So get out there and leave me a comment. Let me know how it goes, if you win money or lose money. So here's a cool one. It says a local banana stand accepts Bitcoin. This was on Twitter, posted by Eduardo at Kodiaks. And it was seen in the Venezuelan Bitcoin group. And somebody offered me a comment later about this and they're saying, excuse me, they're saying, this guy who's going to be paying more for his Bitcoin transaction than he's going to make for a banana.
You know, so it is true. You know, like why would he be accepting Bitcoin? The guy who wants to buy a Bitcoin, sending him the transaction is going to pay more for the transaction than the actual banana. So I think it's probably better for him to use the first one that's on that list, which is Dash. So basically, that's an instant transaction. It's going to be settled right away. It's optionally private, and it's also going to be instantaneous. So it's not going to cost him much, and it's going to be in his wallet. It's like me handing you a digital, like a $20 bill right here through the camera. And so like that's why Dash is good in countries like this, because nobody wants to spend all kinds of money just to hand somebody a dollar bill. You want to have something that costs way less than a penny, and there you have your banana, your delicious banana, which look pretty good. You know, you're down south, they're nice and fresh. So here, what you're looking at is a Fiat leak. Sorry about that. I just got you off of that. Basically, a lot of people in the United States are buying Dash right now. So this is basically all. I don't know if they're actually in the States, but they're using US dollars. So that's probably why a lot of US dollars are being used. So it looks like there's a few other ones that are being used, such as the Korean won or Korean whatever I'm not sure what their currency is. I think it's won. But yeah, so it shows you everywhere that people are buying Dash. So it's pretty interesting. It's a nice visual representation of what people are buying. And I can see that Dash is now $72.12. So that's perfect. Dash is pretty stable, and it's moving up a little bit. Maybe because I keep talking about it so much, people are tired of it. So this is fiatleak.com/Dash. And I'm not going to spend too much time on this because this was a subject of one of the last week's CATV videos. But it's an institutional platform, LGO, to provide OTC liquidity to the Dash network. If you haven't read this article yet, you can read it. It's going to be in the YouTube description. And you can find the YouTube channel at dashnation.com/guide. So here's Mark Mason. He's talking about this. He's actually talking to the person who runs LGO. This is something that I haven't covered yet, so I want to get to this more faster than the article, which I've already covered.
On today's episode, I speak with Hugo Renaudin, who is the co-founder and CEO for LGO Group, to learn more about the wide range of financial services they provide for digital assets and details of their partnership with Dash. Hello and welcome to Dash Insights, a show that shines the spotlight on professional market analysis from industry experts and respected leaders in finance and cryptocurrency. LGO is a leading digital asset exchange for institutions, providing a market for an international and diversified client base that includes corporations, financial institutions, and individuals. Let's now talk to Hugo to learn more. Hello, Hugo. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Can you tell me a bit about yourself and LGO and the services that you provide?
Yeah, so I'm the CEO and founder of LGO. I've been in the cryptocurrency space for, let's say, like probably 4 or 5 years now. Started as an engineer, worked in a cryptocurrency hedge fund before the 2017 bubble. So kind of learned more about this very specific market microstructure at this time, and started LGO approximately 3 years ago with the idea of bringing transparency into transactions and into this ecosystem. So today LGO we're one of the leading.
So that's just a little bit of a preview of that video. If you want to see that video, it's going to be in my YouTube description page. So now this is by the Currency Analytics. This is an article by the Currency Analytics. And they're talking about how Dash is becoming super reliable after DashPay activating the LLMQ-based chain locks. I find that a lot of people on this website, they might not be English as a first language, but the point is they're all the same. And this is an article by Maheen Hernandez. And it says, Dash was seemingly impressed by a recent content that spoke about how decentralized payment systems were finally competing with Visa and MasterCard. Dash tweeted, have decentralized payment systems finally managed to compete with Visa and MasterCard? Dash is leading the race to dethroning Visa and MasterCard. And this was another article I covered last week. However, in response, Sydney Effergan, the crypto expert, tweeted, it's no surprise that Dash and other cryptos are competing with Visa and MasterCard as that's their core purpose. So Christopher Owen, the author, recollected about how 2 years ago, The Ethereum co-founder stated that nothing will stop the blockchain technologies from breaking into the financial business. Then it looked like it was hype. However, now it looks like a hardcore reality. And then it goes on down here to say Dash mass adoption. Dash has several reasons to get excited about, particularly for reasons related to mass adoption, and this is true. Salamantex, an Austrian fintech who specializes in developing simple and intuitive software solutions for making payments with digital assets from cryptocurrencies to loyalty points. Salamantex has to state that owners of Bitcoin and Dash have a reason to be excited. As of this summer, they will be able to spend their coins at points of acceptance, making use of A1 payments. However, this is provided the merchant has activated the feature. So it's available, it's just it might not be there unless they activate it. And as we all know, as we just learned from the bananas, it's when it comes to retail, Dash is much more suited than Bitcoin. You could go broke or like going around town spending Bitcoin all day, whereas with Dash you could make multiple payments and still not even crack a penny. So it says Dash has been recently highlighting facts about whether Bitcoin is the cryptocurrency of the poor, which it's not, and or whether it's a myth or a reality, and this is definitely a myth, because most of them are not interested in spending a fraction of their Bitcoin in making coffee purchases, but they are targeting to make improved purchases in the medium and long term, improve profits in the medium or long term. And DashPay continues to be a major milestone for blockchain technology. With DashPay activating LLMQ-based chain locks, it has made Dash the most secure cryptocurrency, definitely the most secure proof-of-work cryptocurrency. It's like a great goodbye to 51% attacks, and that's true. So that was a nice article. I recommend you check that out. I'm going to dedicate a little bit of time to the Dash Help team. This is a short video where they introduce themselves, and they're doing a fantastic job. Like they're based in Venezuela, and they cater to Venezuelan clients, but they also cater to an English base too. So if you follow them on Twitter at Dash Help Me, they have a number. You can contact them, and you can get a number in America or Canada or anywhere in the world. Call them, and they'll help you with Dash. And this is funded. This is one of the contractors in the Dash Decentralized Autonomous Organization. They receive funding from the network in order to provide this support. So you can see how the Dash ecosystem kind of supports itself. The blockchain sponsors the miners, but it also sponsors the masternodes who create the smooth network. And it also rewards contractors who help us with various things in the Dash network. So let's check out this video, and we're going to meet the Dash team.
Hello guys, hello Comunidad. As some might know, my name is Giorgio Marinetti. I'm the CEO of Dash Help Support and Training Center. In this short video, I want to introduce you to all the men and women who make possible the magic that happens in Dash Help. And that unfortunately, many times these awesome people go unnoticed. So I want to bring the spotlight on these awesome guys and girls. So let's introduce yourself, please, and what do you do for Dash Help? Let's start with Maires.
Hey, comunidad. Seguro ya han escuchado esa frase muchas veces en los videos del canal de YouTube de Dash Help. Pertenezco al equipo desde hace aproximadamente 2 años y soy la directora de comunicaciones.
Hi, my name is Zen, and I'm the content manager of the team. So now I'm in charge of creating content and strategy for social medias in order to connect with the community.
Mi nombre es Andrea Fernández, soy la diseñadora de Dash Help. Yo me encargo o me he encargado de los artes relacionados con las redes sociales como Instagram, YouTube, Twitter e incluso para página web. Básicamente, yo me encargo de los diseños creativos para comunicar mensajes o ideas de la manera más única o estratégica para nuestro público.
Hello, everyone. I'm Gracie Navarro, and I'm a content producer here at Dash Help. I will be writing almost everything on the blog.
Hola, comunidad. Mi nombre es Fabio Ojeda. Actualmente soy coordinador del centro de soporte, dirijo la atención al cliente y superviso toda una serie de actividades adicionales referentes a las redes sociales y a nuestro canal de YouTube. Llevo 2 secciones allí, que son el Notidash y nuestro podcast CryptoQué, que pueden ver en YouTube todas las semanas, un nuevo episodio. Y además de eso, llevo trabajando con Dash aproximadamente 3 años, por lo cual tengo bastante experiencia dentro del equipo y creo que soy uno de los más antiguos en él.
Hello, Dash community. My name is Saraí Estrada. I am customer support agent for English-speaking users. I work for Dash since 2 years now. I am in charge not only of giving support or providing support to English-speaking users, but also Spanish-speaking users. And I am also in charge of translating most of the documents of Dash Help, of subtitling the videos on YouTube. And now with my partner Fabio, I will be heading the Naughty Dash, or the news of Dash Help. So yeah, that's basically it.
Hey, how are you, Dash community? I'm Juan Soccer. I'm the community manager of Dash Hell. I manage all the social networks in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. And so I'm happy to work here because I manage all the social networks, and I answer sometimes some comments with the Super Dash Center too.
Hola comunidad, mi nombre es Roberto Marzoa y soy el lead developer de Dash Help.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Mi nombre es Milexis Figueredo. Yo soy asesora de negocios en Dash Help Support Center.
Thank you very much, team. I'm really happy to work with you and to have the opportunity to share with you all these years and with knowledge related to Dash and masternode owners and Dash community in general. This video is for you so you can know about us, and thank you very much. I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh, that's great. It's not all the time that we see all the faces behind these these contractors that are in the Dash DAO. And I see that they have a good mix of Spanish speaking and English speaking of men and women. So it seems to be a very good balanced team. And I'm looking forward to seeing the results of this team as it grows over time. So if you're watching Dash Help, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. I'm happy to have you as part of the Dash Nation team. All right. So this is what we're going to end off with today before we go to see what's new in the chat. This is a book by, first of all, I'll introduce the title. So it's a book review of Digital is the Cash on Cointelegraph, and it's by Jack Martin. So Digital is the Cash is a book from Nathaniel Luz in Dash Nigeria that details Dash, but it also details like general crypto. So it's kind of like the Cash Alternative TV. It focuses on general crypto, but then it focuses on how Dash improves on the general crypto experience. So this is a review of this book. So it says Digital is the Cash is a short, accessible read looking at cryptocurrencies from a vaguely African perspective with a strong preference for Dash. So the first topic that the book tackles is money, and it's what it is, how it's developed, and the various forms it has taken. From bartering to commodity money through cash and metal and paper forms, and finally to digital currency in both credit and debit cards form and cryptocurrency. The writing style is accessible and enjoyable, with clear examples illustrating the concepts explained. The book would have benefited enormously from a decent editor, but once you get over the odd incongruous turn of phrase, the content is solid. Luz then turns his sight on the history of the global financial sector. He explains the integration of national economies, the foundation of the US Federal Reserve, the gold standard and its subsequent demise, and the frequent failings of financial authorities across the globe. And of course, banking the unbanked, which is so important, I can't stress it enough. The focus then shifts to the banks and banking. Access to banking services is provided by a variety of methods, but traditional banking excludes a large proportion of the population in many parts of the world. Luz explains how financial technology, fintech, is enabling the unbanked to access financial services without needing a bank. Blockchain technology underpins these advances in the financial industry. So it goes from overview to deep dive. At this point, the book suffers from an abrupt change in style. Although the writing is still accessible, the content goes from an interesting overview to a quite technical examination of the two topics. First, we get to look at blockchain technology and cryptocurrency, but the chapter goes into a level of detail which perhaps starts to hint at its target audience. We learn about different consensus algorithms, type of wallet and addresses, and then get a guide into buying and receiving and owning cryptocurrency. It starts to feel a bit like a quick start manual for those wanting to get into cryptocurrency for the first time. And in case there was any doubt into which cryptocurrency the newbie reader should be getting into, we get to the chapter about Dash. So he details with Dash. Cryptocurrency in Africa is a need. Cryptocurrency in the first world is a want. cryptocurrencies should really focus on Africa, as Africa has the momentum to make it go mainstream. Now, that's something that I agree with. I think Africa is going to be a huge driver of economic activity and the new economy, the future that we have. It has a humongous population. It has a very mobile population and a very savvy population. And I think that once it starts getting its due and have those unbanked people in Africa start getting access to modern technologies through cryptocurrency, I believe that the economy is going to take off there. So let's see there. And they're going to finish off with this. It says, on the whole, the book is informative and an enjoyable read. The Dash promotion is a bit blatant, as it should be, although the content is still interesting and might even sway you. I think it will, because once people learn Dash and learn what Dash is all about and what it's accomplishing, there's no reason not to be involved with Dash Nation and the Dash community. To be fair, Dash's remarketing from privacy focus to its ease of use for consumer and retail payments is pretty impressive. Well, thank you there, Cointelegraph. If you are vehemently anti-Dash, then maybe this book isn't for you. For everybody else, it's an easy read at just 67 pages and is now available as a free download, so why not? So the description here, and in my description YouTube, is going to have the link to this article, and you can find all my information about Cash Alternative TV and Dash Nation at dashnation.com/guide. So that's it for the show today, guys. I want to see if anybody has anything to say. This has been CATV Live, a show about cryptocurrency with a focus on Dash, which aims to be a digital cash for the world, or an alternative to cash. If that's something that you're interested in, you want to learn more about Dash, or just want to hang out with me some more, don't forget to friend, follow, or subscribe to me on any of the channels where I'm broadcasting from today, which is YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, Twitch, and DLive. Stick around if you're on Twitch and DLive. I'm going to be coming at you right soon with an AMA. If you have any questions about cryptocurrency or Dash, I'm going to be there to help you out. But for now, I'm going to go to the YouTube chat. CATV is a show. It's actually the official video channel of Dash Nation, which is a global community of financial freedom advocates that believe in Dash as a cryptocurrency for the world, a digital cash. So if you want to learn more about Cash Alternative TV or Dash Nation movement, you can find out more at dashnation.com/guide. So now let's, without further ado, let's go into the comments, see if anybody else has there. So James Doe says that it's interesting enough you can buy stuff in Amsterdam with Monero, but not Dash. Oh, that is interesting. I don't know why Monero would be more suited for that than Dash. But maybe we have to get somebody in Amsterdam promoting Dash, because there's no reason not to use it. And James Doe says, I doubt that banana seller will get the message unless someone informs him. Maybe they did. Maybe that's why Dash gets top billing. It gets the first one. Dash was before it was before Bitcoin. Bitcoin was the last option. And James Doe says, we need Dash smart contracts. Yeah, you're right, we do. I think that's going to happen on the Dash platform too. They'll have somebody that's going to do the smart contracts for Dash. Traditional banking is dead. Yeah, I agree. Traditional banking does not have a future. So we are not banking the unbanked. We are privatizing the financial market. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. It's just a new type of economy, and there's going to be winners and losers. And the losers are going to be the financial banking system. And the winners are going to be the people that are currently unbanked. Privacy is the most important aspect of Dash, to Doug 209. So yeah, Dash is definitely it was born as a privacy coin. We might not be a privacy coin right now. We might be focused more on payments and more of use cases. But yeah, I agree. That was something that brought me into Dash as well. And when it was called Darkcoin, was their privacy feature, but we pivoted away from it, and there's no turning back now. We're still going to have it, and we're going to have it as an option, but we're not going to be like promoting it as an actual use case for Dash. So Andreas just reiterated that BTC is not a privacy coin. Did he? I didn't catch that one, but that's true. Bitcoin isn't. It's more of a pseudo-anonymous coin. So thanks, guys, for the comments. Anybody else has anything they want to say, just let me know. If not, I'm going to sign off for today. I really appreciate everybody tuning in and enjoying the latest Cash Alternative TV. Let me know in the comments in the video if you have anything to say about the description. Or if you have anything to say about the audio is okay. And the new visuals, let me know what you think. So until next week, I'm going to sign off for today. This has been CATV Live. It has been a great time. Happy to have you guys here. I'm Christopher Carruthers, also known as Tao Satoshi. And that's it for me today. Have a great week. Peace. Bye for now.